start us off. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's got the first and still going. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about this run here by this Virginia Tech running back to be able to pick up this first down? And, man, they've had a lot of speed over the years in that backfield at Lane Stadium. Kevin Jones and David Wilson and Lee Suggs.
Oh, shit.
But it's intercepted. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas. And the defense joins the scoring party now.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. The pass rush closing in. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he cannot make the catch over the middle on the crossing route. He's going to bring up 3rd down. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here. Kirk, a long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset. Attack.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
Touchdown, Razorbacks. 6 points for the special teams. A special teams touchdown, potential momentum-changing play in this game.
Well, that was just a thing of beauty to watch this return. The gunners were flying down. He's able to avoid them, picks up a couple blocks, and then you could see him gaining momentum and confidence as he was getting downfield, eventually all the way to the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Tech offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? He's got room to run. Breaking tackles. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Handoff in a single back formation. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert third and short here from the 50. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught for the completion. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Grabbed by the receiver. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Let's see if this score can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Now, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Here's the handoff. They'll try it off the right tackle. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Pick up the first down through the air. Catch made in space. Look out. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Nice read here by the Arkansas quarterback to be able to make this throw and pick up a first down for the Hogs. Did a nice job of waiting for his receiver to get open and then put the ball right on the money.
wide open downfield. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but
here he goes. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score Arkansas 21, Virginia Tech 7.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Now here's the toss play. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. They're going to run it. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
The Hokies begin a new series here, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a man. And the ball caroms into the receiver's hands. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
You know, we've seen this guy make a lot of plays, but one of the things that really stands out to me is his desire to want to come down with the ball. Here, the ball is deflected. Instead of giving up on the play, he still has that desire to come up with the catch to help his quarterback out.
The Hokies looking to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
That's the 3rd sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
At 1st down, sack a surprise. It moves him back into fringe field goal range. What can they do on 2nd and long? Oh, he makes the catch. And he's brought down there.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
That has been in large part to the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down.
42, Spider.
Can he get there on the ground? And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long.
325.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
He knocks it through with confidence.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
And the Razorbacks will have to kick this away. And he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline. A solid punt. And the punt heads out of bounds. They'll spot this ball about the 30. Offense is back out on the field. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. Got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking for the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. And we're able to get him down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun now on third down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. On the run, it's Smith. Breaks a tackle into the clear. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Boy, the speed of this back is impressive today for Arkansas. And they've had some big-time backs that have played in Fayetteville. Darren McFadden, one of my favorite players
that I ever saw play in the SEC. Felix Jones with speed on the outside. And today, this guy's showing what he can do.
Stopped short the marker after just a short gain. Now it's second down here. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. There's contact on the throw, and it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
When that pass rush got in there in a hurry, great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And here comes a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial expressions right now. He knows that he caught a break, trying to force the ball in there. He's going to have to make better decisions moving forward and work through his progressions to find his open man.
You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot. Oh, it's a fake, trying to run for it. And the trickery is rewarded. Good execution. It's a 1st down.
Hey, snapping to an offset player like that is much harder than it looks. And to put it exactly where it needed to be, that was perfect.
The Hokies with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The sure hands, it's Karapateas. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. 1st down from the 23.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. 1st and goal at the 9.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
The Hokies hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. 1st and goal, handoff. He's finally tackled out the 2-yard line.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind them to find yards. That's exactly what he did there.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
An important 3rd down and goal now. Looking to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, but A penalty marker on the play that should result in a first down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The penalty backs the defense up even more. Now 1st and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. This is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
See if they can convert the point after. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner trying to create good field position. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So here we go, first play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Keep it on the ground, there's the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Razorbacks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. We'll give it to the running back. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Well, they tried to get the counter play to the edge guard, but we've seen this defense show their ability to pursue and fly to the football.
Yeah, they sure can, and they did a nice job on this counter play. A lot of times you'll see those counters go more up into the middle of a defense, but they tried to bounce that to the outside, and that gave you an idea of what kind of speed this defense has.
And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. A deep shot to the left side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this first half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his 2nd interception in the first half alone.
Throws it to the right. What a catch! Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Oh,
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go.
Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's hauling in way downfield. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT puts him up 3. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Using his legs, it's Smith. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. First down. Looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. The kick is no good. Missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Hokies will kick this away to begin the second half. Turner decides to field it. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. They've been efficient. Scoring hasn't really been the problem, but they got to keep scoring the way their defense is going. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Try and muscle for the first down. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
This defense just hasn't had many answers to this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give them credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
And the Razorbacks will bring their punt team on the field now. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They stop him with a 47, but that's enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on first down. Running back grabs it on a screen. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Not quickly. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. That one's picked off. What a play. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The quarterback looks to his right and finds his man.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
He gets loose. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. Does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. We got a new set of downs.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Tries to get it to the running back. That's caught. It's Smith. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
The Razorbacks will send the punt team onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time today. And off the bounce, that punt will roll out of bounds. Offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. But sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback. It all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Oh, and it's dropped by a normally very reliable receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Hokies will line up to kick it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the returner will be brought down. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a 1st down.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. We'll try to run it with the option. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Love how this defense took the quarterback away, not allowing him to get the yards, making him pitch the ball, and then they just rally to the football. Now we got a big 4th down coming up.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. This will be a 50-yard attempt. See if he's got the leg. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least. 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
He'll hand it off. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Pressure is coming. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, another sack. You know, as the offensive coordinator, you're ahead in this game. Maybe you should change the game plan to help your quarterback a bit. This pass rush has gotten home way too many times, and you should focus more on preserving the lead.
Grab behind the line. It's Karapateas. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Fires it to the wideout. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows him to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner is brought down. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the Razorbacks are going to keep this drive rolling. And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And there's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's caught. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. That's the fullback making the catch. It was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. He didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. He'll hand it off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They'll hand it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Points on the board.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Back's got it again. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Razorbacks bring their punt team onto the field. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. See if he can make a play on this return. Coverage team brings down the returner. the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game. You got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line. Run that running back. Make sure he protects the football. And you got a great chance at a victory.
Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
Get set, get set.
Grinding away on the ground. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, a big part of the reason, Chris, we've seen this offense be able to build a lead is because of the way they've mixed up the run with the pass. Back-to-back plays, positive yards. I love that they're keeping an aggressive mindset, even working with a lead.
The Hokies look to keep this drive moving. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Fights through the tackler. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On the ground, it's Karapateas. And they convert on 3rd. Football at the 20 now. First down in the red zone.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Karapateas. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Trying to bait this defensive line into believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Here comes a handoff. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. No, and he knocks it right through.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the ball. He finds his target, and it's complete. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the left side.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offense coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Looking to throw it again. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Looking to pass here on second down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
This offense has done what's been asked of them. They get the touchdown. Now it comes down to, can you recover the onside kick to give yourself a shot?
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Oh, they got it. The kicking team makes the recovery.
What a great job of coming up with that onside kick. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they work the clock. All you need is a field goal here late in this game. Let's see how aggressive their offensive coordinator is.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And looking to throw now on first down. It's a quick grab. Breaking free at the 35. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. And here we go. A chance to take the lead in the final seconds. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal puts them in front, they get ready to kick off here, just needing to avoid a big kick return. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down. Looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. The QB throws his third pick of the day. And the defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And the offense just takes a knee here. Oh, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.